Listen up, the soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar of soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah? Well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like the sea? Boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for so long? During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxane. Chemicals linked to depression, liver damage, cancer, and low sperm count. And worst of all, dry skin. Oh, your poor balls, all dry, empty, and sad. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar. Get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive. Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
"This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves."
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's another review from Michael A.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
It's time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Tens of thousands of men already soapscribe, which means that every month, fresh new bars of Squatch show up at their door. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
That's a wrap.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did he click it yet? Did he click the link? He hasn't clicked the link? I would have heard about the dry, sad balls. Oof. Man, what's this guy doing? Click the link, man. Step up your shower game.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals Truck Series, and I am your host, Chris. With me, as always, Rick Hanna Jr. Rick, how you doing tonight, bud?
Hey, brother, I'm doing great. Happy Sunday evening, man. Another weekend comes to a close, and another start to the work week here with the TRJ Karting Blazing Pedals guys here, man. I'm excited. Chris, how you doing tonight?
I am ready to go, and actually been ready to go for this one for a little while, Rick. Last week we had the All-Star race. Tonight we get back on the points schedule, and we're going to talk about the points right off. And it's no surprise, looking at top, who's sitting there? It's Jamie Walker. Behind him, it's Dalton Kilroy, Hank Caston in third place, Tyler Dugan, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin rounding out the top 5. Ian Habiak, Derek Paulson, Ashton Slice, Jeff Hartline, and Brian McRae rounding out the top 10, Rick. And it's pretty close out there in the top 10. And I'll tell you, we've got a little time to go, but the season is progressing on pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going by really quick, Chris. I mean, just kind of cool to see some of the stats here. Looking at, Jamie Walker with the points lead right now, had 8 starts out of 8 races, 5 poles so far, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s. 2 wins for the season. And of course, we remember from last Sunday, he won the All-Star race, though. The number 88 Mountain Dew crew and Mr. Walker on a tear right now.
Yeah, all of a sudden they kind of turned the switch on for the season, and they are definitely hammering it out. Guys are having trouble trying to figure out the 88 right now. Momentum definitely on his side, especially after that All-Stars race last weekend. Rick, you already touched on it. He won. He also won stage 1 and stage 3 of that event. He took home quite a bit of money and did a little contribution right back to TRJ, which was just awesome of Jamie to do. And that's kind of why we like this league, man. They're pretty thoughtful people, and we can get behind that. And with that, Rick, practice is all done, getting ready to go qualifying.
I'm just looking at the weather tonight, Chris. This track, it looks to be very pristine tonight here in Charlotte, I should say. It does say Concord on my thing, but we got 200 laps. That's going to be 300 miles tonight. We're looking at stage 1 ending at lap 50, stage 2 at lap 100. Pit road speed is going to be 45 right now. The air temperature, though, sitting at 77. That track temperature also at 77. So we're under the lights. There's some cloud cover. I think these guys are going to have a good time tonight.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there, Rick. As we climb aboard the number 17, that's Brian Deese. Brian Deese getting ready to get out there and qualify. Got a couple of trucks that are posting up, getting ready to go. Tyler Dugan starting his run out onto the track. We'll catch up with him in just a moment. Pretty tricky track here, Rick. We actually talked about it a little bit even last week during the All-Star race. Turn 1 here has a little dip down, and if you're not careful, you can get very tight and find yourself up very close to the wall coming out of turn 2. Something to watch out for. The other thing to watch out for, turn 4, it gets very narrow, and it typically wants to push into that wall before you take the left-hand turn to kind of finish out the front stretch.
Yeah, and the front stretch is the part that usually gets me. Once I learn turns 1, get the dip, coming out of turn 4, that's when it gets me, is when all those lines there on the front stretch come together. It really messes with the driver, and it's going to be more so tonight here under the lights, Chris. So that's going to be something to watch out for. These guys, they ran it enough. I think they're going to be okay, but that's something that as the race goes on, I mean, it is a long, long race. So something like that is going to be kind of crazy.
Best way to start your work week, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, getting ready to go live again from Charlotte with the Blazing Pedals guys. Sponsored by TRJkarting.com. Guys, I put a link up top. If you're into sim racing, follow that link. And Tim was nice enough to separate out some of the things that he thought would be really great for sim racers. I was on there just a little while ago. It looked like he had some gloves and some shoes and some other things. So make sure to check it out. Give TRJkarting.com a chance, and he'll definitely make you a customer for life.
And as always, Chris, I have my Racing for a Cure shirt on tonight here. My TRJ karting finally went into the wash, so I did switch it up a little bit tonight for us.
It's about time, Rick.
I know. That thing was standing up by itself when I took it off, you know?
On board now with the 92, that's Blake Decker. Old Woodside's Blake Decker getting ready to put down his first lap of the qualifying event. We'll see what he comes home with. Looks like 29.219. Good enough for first spot so far is Decker. Good run out of him. Nick Okie is out on track in his number 9. And Nick getting ready to cross over the start-finish line. And it looks like that was his warm-up lap, so he is on the clock right now. In his number 9, Rick, we're going to go through a transition stage here tonight. We're going to be racing under the lights, and that's definitely going to help this track out. Going to keep it cool, and these guys are going to have to be on the ball until that happens. Typically, the setups are set for how the race will be run in its majority, and we definitely don't have a majority of sun. Nick Okie comes home with a 29.380 in his first lap. Oh, spins it on turn 1. We were just talking about how tricky that turn can be, and Nick decided he was going to show us. On board the Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy Silverado, that's Dalton Kilroe getting ready to qualify that 24. Dalton goes across the start-finish line. A 29.755 for his first lap. Good enough for 5th spot. And that knocks Chris Webb out of the top 5 to start. Dalton Kilroe going to see if he can get a little bit better here on his second lap. This is a fast track. And I think, if I recall correctly, we're actually going to be coming back here again for the Roval.
Yeah, just in a couple weeks, so that's going to be kind of cool.
Ooh, Dalton Kilroe laying down an excellent second lap. Goes from 5th all the way up to 2nd position with his second lap effort. A 29.340 out of the 24 truck of Kilroe. And just as I'm saying it, Jeff Hartline takes it away. A 29.339. Good enough to go up to 2nd spot for Jeff Hartline in the 97. We'll go to TNA's own Aaron Bockover, 44, getting ready to qualify his truck. So far, he's got a 29.815, getting ready to finish up his second lap. Bockover looking to try and get rid of a string of bad luck here tonight in Charlotte as the 44 crosses the start-finish line. A 29.681, so Bockover holds solid in 8th place as Kyle Wellman sneaks in the 4th spot in his number 46. Wellman, one of the newer Dr. Swatch racers. I believe this is his second race here with the Blazing Pedals guys.
You get into the wall just a little bit there, Chris, so he's going to have to start over there with his lap.
No, he's okay. It counted 29.237. Bumped him right up to 2nd spot. His teammate Taylor the Butcher Benjamin out on track. And that is not the type of soap I used tonight, Rick. I went ahead and used the Bay Rum. And, man.
Bay Rum is a good one. I like my Cedar Citrus. I'm finishing up that bar there. I've had it since I went on vacation to Maine, and it is very thin now. It's not a nice thick brick anymore, but I love that, and Nautical Sage is going to be my next one, I think.
Taylor the Butcher Benjamin calling it a qualifying effort. His best lap at 29.390, good enough for 5th spot. On board Corey Sherman in the 3 truck. You're not going to miss that one out of the crowd, man. That thing is bright green wheels, blue paint. Very, very bright truck for Corey Sherman. Good enough right now for 7th spot at 29.414. I actually agree with you, Mark. Bay Rum is awesome. And I actually look forward to the next time I shower. I'm going to shower with that one again. Usually I do two in a row. I have gotten to the point now where I've got every single soap that they have. Even went ahead and got one of their colognes. It's pretty darn good too.
Yeah, it's really hard to really pick a favorite because they each have their own thing, and like you, I'll use one for a couple times and then I put it in the box and I let it dry out, and just so I don't waste it all. It's nice switching it out, and you're right, the clones are awesome.
Hey, look who's out on track this week. It's the 86, Terry Foster, looking to qualify. Terry, thank you again last week. You were up in the booth with us tonight. Not so lucky, my friend. You get to fight with Charlotte. Pine tar is great. I use that when I get home from work, and man, the stuff it takes off your hands is incredible. So I keep that in the bathroom right on the sink.
And I've actually learned to cut my bricks into fours, Chris. It actually helps make it last a little bit longer. You don't need a lot. I mean, one thing that I did learn from Dr. Squatch doing some research is you either use a loofah, or I use a washcloth to get the suds and the lather, and I don't actually use the soap on my skin just because. Now, pine tar is the one that I do because it is pretty rough, and I like that. It cleans all the dead skin and all that grime off, like you said. But yeah, and they've been lasting quite a while. Like I said, that one bar that I'm using now, I'm just finishing up. I used that in Maine there, and that was last month when I went on that vacation.
Well, top 5 are all shooken up now, Rick. We got Tyler Dugan in the 25. He's got the pole so far. Ian Habiuk with a strong second place start. Blake Decker third. Ashton Slice made it up to 4th spot. And Christopher Tate holding on to 5th. Got a couple of trucks out there that have not qualified, including Todd Hatcher, Dakota Todd, Brian McRae, Philip Walling, Chad Oxendine, Jacob Sayers, and Jamie Walker. All have not qualified, and with 20 seconds left, they're not gonna, Rick.
And I think that's okay. I mean, Charlotte's one of those tracks. It doesn't really matter where you start. You're going to have fun battling it out as you work up your way through the traffic and through the fields. So I think these guys maybe just want to have a little fun tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. As we get ready to throw on the grid, it's time to start your engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
On the pole for tonight's event, it's going to be the number 25. That's Tyler Dugan to his outside. Going to be the young buck himself in the 16, Ian Habiuk. Starting in third, going to be Blake Decker and his number 92 to his outside, the 68 of Ashton Slice. Christopher Tate takes up the mantle for 5th spot, and Derek Paulson going to be starting in 6th position tonight. In 7th position, in the number 46, it's going to be Kyle Wellman, and Rick starting in 8th position tonight, Corey Sherman.
And in 9th, you got the 97 of Jeff Hartline. In 9th, in row 5, next to him is the 24, Dalton Kilrow in 10th. And then we got Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in that number 10, Dr. Squatch Machine, going to be starting 11th. In row number 6, Chris, next to him, Nick Okay in the number 9, going to be starting 12th. Brian Deese qualified as 17 in the 13th position on row number 7. Next to him, the number 5 of Hank Caston. 15th position is going to be the 86 Kodiak Machine of Terry Foster. Next to him, his teammate, number 44, Aaron Bacco. We're going to be starting in 16th. We got Chris Williams in the 13th, going to be starting in row number 9 in 17th position. Next to him, the 69 of Chris Webb. On row number 10, it's going to be Jamie Walker in the number 88. Next to him, 29, Chad Oxendine makes his return back here. And then we got 21st, is going to be the number 35, Dr. Squatch Machine of Brian McRae. Next to him is going to be the 8 of Dakota Todd in 22nd. Jacob Sayers in the 39, qualified 23rd in row number 12. Next to him is going to be the 40 of Todd Hatcher. And then bringing up the shotgun position in row number 13, spot number 25, Philip Walling.
25 trucks getting set to do action here tonight. And Tyler Dugan from the pole decides to start on the outside on the green flag as the pace car makes its way around one time before we get this thing going under the green flag. Be careful of turns 1 and turn 4 tonight, gentlemen. The little bump in turn 1 can get you tight. The wall narrows off a lot in turn number 4. This is going to be awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here with us here in Turn 3. That's right, the Turn 3 Racing Network, bringing all the action, the Blazing Pedals, TRJ, Karting.com Truck Series from Charlotte. We're getting ready to go green, Chris.
Just waiting for that pace car to drop off, and then it is green flag action for the rest of the night here from the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedal Series. Tyler Dugan looking for the green flag. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are underway, and Tyler Dugan with an awesome start to this race. Really pulling away now. Drops down to the inside. Ian Habiak trapped on the bottom side. Ashton Slice coming on the outside. Slice trying to make his way to the front. The 16 trying to fend him off. Ashton Slice trying for second spot right now, has it by just a little bit, and at the line it is Ian Habiak. Habiak with a good run. Tyler Dugan had to go down to the bottom of the track to defend position because Ian Habiak was coming. He had a run on him.
That's kind of what I was looking out for, Chris. I mean, with Tyler Dugan running down below, Ian staying there with him, Ashton Slice kind of caught on the outside there. Was getting a little bit of help, but then the help went away, so he had to come down and defend, like you said. And I think that was a smart move.
Nose to tail for most of the field. We have to go back quite a ways before we see some side-by-side action. And just as I went back there, it's Jeff Hartline and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. That's a position for 9th. Corey Sherman just ahead of them, trying for 8th spot. He's getting it now from Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe could not defend. Falls back in line. Here comes Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Benjamin right now sitting in 10th spot, going down low. Takes over 9th position from Dalton Kilroe. A little further back, we check out the white truck. That's the Kodiak truck of Terry Foster. Foster was just passed by the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker trying to make his way up towards the front of the track. And Terry Foster with a little bit of a blink. That's not normal for him.
That's definitely not normal, Chris, and that's what I was going to talk about. It only happened a couple of times, but it seems to be settling out a little bit. But I've been watching also Jamie Walker in the 88. He started here 19th tonight, sitting in 15th right now as he went around Terry Foster there. Now he's putting a little pressure there on Hank Caston. Caston goes down onto the inside of Backover right now. Jamie's kind of just hanging out, trying to figure out what these guys are going to do, let them race it out. But that's exactly what he's been doing, man. He's been having fun starting at the back of the pack, working his way back up towards the front.
Aaron Backover having a good run so far. Backover sitting in 14th spot, and he is chasing down Hank Caston on his back bumper. But here comes the 88 to the inside. The Dew crew looks to have that 88 running just as good as ever. And it is marching its way forward. He gets around Darren Backover. Now down beneath Brian Deese in the 17. Hank Caston moves down below. Tries to block the progress of the 88. It won't take long for the 88 to stay there. This is another battle for position. The 88 looking to try and get around the 5 of Hank Caston.
88 right now is on the inside there. He's got the help of the 44 of Aaron Backover. Not quite as close as he really wanted Backover to get to him, Chris, but now he's going to make a run again for the 5 of Hank Caston. Right now the 88 looking very fast down there on that bottom line.
Brian McRae in the 35 machine. He is 19th position. And McRae looking to try and make his way around the 86 of Terry Foster. Trying to create to the inside now, going down the backstretch, getting set for turn number 3. And in that turn, the 86 kind of lets him go. He knows he doesn't have a fast truck yet, hoping that it comes his way.
Well, we talked about it a little bit before, Chris. I mean, obviously the setup is made for under the lights when the track really gets cool. They're pretty much already there. I mean, you see the lights on, you're seeing the shadows on the wall, and it won't take long for these trucks to really dial in. But drivers still have to be very cautious until the right time happens, and you're going to know when that right time really does happen.
Rick, we got a battle for second spot. It's Ashton Slice to the inside, trying to take it away from Ian Habiak. Habiak on the outside in his number 16. And Habiak trying to hold on. But here comes Ashton Slice, and he has got a head of steam. It looks like Ashton Slice going to pick up second spot here. And as I'm saying that, my goodness, Ian is fighting back hard on the outside. Look at him put into the throttle. He is holding on to second, trying to stay there. Wonderful driving out of the 16. That was incredibly good driving. Knew he could just give it a little bit of throttle just to hold position. He certainly did. And he continues into second place. Ashton Slice gets advantage in turn 1. But Habiak still not giving up. They're side by side for second spot.
And the big thing here, Chris, between the 68 and the 16 battling it out is where Chris State puts his number 4. Right now he's on getting to the back bumper of Ashton Slice in that 68. That's going to help push him past Ian Habiak. And then he moves up, looks maybe 3 wide. He's also got the 6 there, Derek Paulson, behind Tate right now. So with those guys, like they're doing right now with Ian staying on the outside, you're going to see Ian's going to gain a little bit of momentum, but then they move down and they give Ashton Slice. They're really making these guys work for that position.
As we're talking about the battle for second spot, the lead is growing up to 0.7 of a second for Tyler Dugan. Dugan really has this track figured out so far tonight. Up front by 0.7 of a second, Ashton Slice finally able to take over second spot from Ian Habiak, but the door is still open for the 4, Christopher Tate. Tate now to the inside. Christopher Tate now trying to take position away from Habiak, and he's going to find out that's not so easy tonight. Ian Habiak driving very well and finally able to get down below. So these trucks are nose to tail, second through 5th spot. And in that 5th spot, it is Derek Paulson. Paulson just kind of watching as everything happens in front of him. It's been so busy so far here tonight, guys. We haven't even talked about stage racing, but it is stage racing here tonight. Lap number 50 and lap 100, which means we'll see the caution flags on lap 51 and 101 scheduled. And so far, we are in the midst of a nice green flag run to get this one started. We're looking at the 10 truck. That's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He has moved up a little ways, Rick. He was around 10th position the last time we were kind of paying attention to the 10. Now up in the 7th spot, and he's got Corey Sherman right behind him.
Got Sherman right behind him, Chris. He also has his teammate Kyle Wellman in that number 46 Dr. Squatch machine. Those guys just trying to work together to try to catch up to Ian Habiak, who's sitting in 5th right now.
So Habiak had a little bit of a miscue, dropped some positions, but he is holding on to the rear bumper of Derek Paulson, and that's not a bad place to be. Paulson, a very smooth driver. I think Ian could probably just stay there. He might learn to save those tires right behind Paulson if he follows him around this track. Tires, Rick, so important here tonight. You have to be wary of them.
Yeah, you definitely do. Don't want to burn stuff up too early, racing hard. I mean, that's why Tyler Dugan's sitting in the position that he is in right now, with a nice little lead, which is starting to go away there now that Ashton Slice is starting to catch up to him. But when those guys are racing behind him, he really pulled away. And as you can see with the 4 right now of Tate, 6 of Paulson, and the 16 of Ian Habiak, now that they're kind of not battling it out, they're starting to catch the leaders there.
Yeah, Ashton Slice has really gotten very close now to the leader of Tyler Dugan. Dugan may find himself under attack here in the next lap and a half, somewhere in there, as the 68 would love to try and take over the lead here. Ashton Slice, we've proved once before that he is very good on the road courses, so I'm sure he's looking forward to when this becomes the Volvo. But, you know, we saw another guy kind of show his muscle on a road course earlier on in the season, Rick, and that was Jamie Walker.
Here, Jamie Walker right now, the 88 Dew crew is sitting in 8th position. Just got around the 3 of Corey Sherman there about a half a lap ago. Right now, Jamie Walker started 19th, sitting in 8th, so he's definitely on a huge move right now, and he's getting close to the back bumper there of the 7th position, and that's going to be the 46 of Kyle Wellman.
As you were talking, Rick, there was a battle for the lead, but it was very, very quick. Ashton Slice able to get around the 25 of Tyler Dugan. Dugan now finds himself in 2nd spot, looking ahead to the Icebreakers, number 68.
It won't be long before the 4 of Christopher Tate catches up to the 25 of that Tennessee Volunteers truck right now, Tyler Dugan. So Dugan could be under pressure once again here.
Pennzoil number 4 looking to try and take over 2nd spot. First, he's got to catch the back bumper, though. Tyler Dugan racing out of his mind tonight, trying to stay up front, and he was able to do so for many, many laps, but now finds himself in 2nd spot. Christopher Tate catching up. Behind Tate, it is the number 6, Derek Paulson. Paulson's kind of hanging back a little bit, maybe trying to save his tires. There's still a long way to go here, Rick. 30 laps before the caution is scheduled to fall. Ian Habiuk in his number 16 running in 5th spot, and I believe he might be doing the same thing, just backing off, saving tires. Knows there's nothing to do right now other than to put laps down, and the 16 of Ian Habiuk is doing just that. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, nope, not the same. He is moving forward, trying to get towards the front. He did start back in the field a little bit further. Last person he passed was his teammate Kyle Roman. Puts Butcher in 6th spot, puts Wellman in 7th, right ahead of Jamie Walker. Jamie Walker started deep in the field. He is up to 8th position already, and he's got the 46 of Kyle Wellman. Wellman actually stays up a little bit. That gives the 88 a little hole to peek through, but not enough time. And Jamie Walker now actually gets underneath. This is a battle for position. It's 7th position. And Jamie Walker takes it away in turn 1.
That's kind of a tough place to really make a pass there, Chris. I mean, guys are trying to move where they need to go, and Jamie Walker said, hey, listen, if you're going to leave a little bit of room for me, I'm going to use that room. I'm going to go on the inside. I'm going to make that pass. And that's exactly what the 88 did.
Back just a little ways in 9th position. It's number 3 truck of Corey Sherman. Sherman holding on to the top 10, as is Jeff Hartline. Hartline rounding out the top 10 in 10th spot in his number 97. And behind him, it's Blake Decker in the 92. Dalton Kilroe looks to the inside, maybe looking for a pass. The 92 getting very, very tight. Very close to the wall. There's the 92 of Blake Decker. And that may be just enough to let Dalton Kilroe go by on the inside. Decker fighting back, though. We'll see if he can do that through this corner. No, sir. That truck is tight for the 92. Hank
Definitely
Caston.
tight, Chris, but go ahead.
Hank Caston actually just bounced off the wall, got a little bit of tight out of that turn 4. And Rick, I had talked about that earlier. This is something that happens, and it happened to him, and unfortunately cost him a position as Aaron Bockover was able to get around him. Bockover in the 44 moves himself up to 13th, Caston back to 14th. And look at this. Brian McRae has worked his way all the way up to 15th position. He's doing it the calm, collected way. And he's kind of doing it by himself. Nobody around the 35 right now.
Well, you know, from the time that I started following Mr. McRae, Chris, that's the way that he drives. He likes to hang down towards the back where there's not a lot of, things going on. He's going to save his equipment, try to keep that truck nice and clean, and just pick his way through. He's, probably thinking, well, these guys might have a caution at some time, so if that happens, I'm going to be right here and I'm going to be good. Got that beautiful 39 truck right now behind him. That's Jacob Sayers. Sayers started tonight in 23rd position. He has moved his way up into 15th position, doing what he has to do. Doing the same thing, kind of just relaxing and letting these guys do their race. Behind him, the 13 of Chris Williams sitting in 16th position. Brian Deese got the 17 sitting in 17th position. Right behind him is that cool truck, the 69 of Chris Webb.
Nick Okie He's sitting his 9 truck in 19th position. He's being followed by Terry Foster. Foster in the 86 may have found a little speed as he now drops down below the 9 of Nick Okie. Okie under the gun here by the 86. Rick, I saw a truck coming down pit road. I did. It's Kyle Wellman in the 46, and it looks like his motor may have expired. We may want to go back and check on that as we continue on through the field. In 21st position, it's that number 48. That's Philip Walling. And Todd Hatcher in the 40, running 20th. We just saw Kyle Wellman. Something happened to that 46 truck as it is coming down pit road, and he has started the barbecue early. Dakota Todd, Chad Oxendine did not start this race tonight. And that brings us right back up towards the front. Ashton Slice, your race leader, being followed by Tyler Dugan. Dugan has led the most laps so far. Ashton Slice right around the corner from taking that away. Derek Paulson has worked his way up to 3rd position, with Christopher Tate calling the 4th. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin running in 5th spot. Right behind him, the 88. The Dew Crew dialed in and ready to go, running in 6th position.
Update on the 46, Chris, was just racing kind of by himself. He was there behind Jamie Walker, and as they came out of turn number 4 into the front stretch there, the 46 kind of lost it, slid down into the infield, and smacked the pit wall.
Yeah, that would definitely do it. Too bad for Kyle Wellman, was running well in the top 10. Now finds himself 4 laps down on pit road with extensive damage. It's a battle for 9th place. Dalton Kilroe to the inside of the 97 of Jeff Hartline, and Dalton Kilroe takes it over. The 24 starting to find some late run speed here. And that's exactly what we're in, guys. We are in a 32-lap green flag to start this one off. This is a beautiful way to start a race. Excellent. No cautions so far. We did have one truck that had a little bit of an issue. Kyle Wellman in the 46. Rick just talked about him. He is on pit road cleanly, though, and didn't take anybody else out with him. Just outside the top 10, it's the 44 TNA Racing's own Aaron Bockover. Bockover doing a great job, sitting in 11th spot right now. Old Woodside himself, the 92, Blake Decker, just outside of the top 10, sitting in 12th spot. And Brian McRae, Rick, we were just talking about him in 15th position. Not anymore. Brian McRae has worked his way to 13th position. And it looks like maybe he was saving some tires because he is moving.
I mean, we're working on lap 33 right now with 200, Chris. We know that stage 1 caution flag is going to be flying at the end of lap 50 to start lap 51. So these guys definitely trying to pull it off, make any moves that they possibly can. Use the tires now while you can. You saved them up for the last 30 some odd laps, so now it's go time.
So Ashton Slice up front. He's got about a half a second lead now over Tyler Dugan. Dugan had the race lead for a very long time, had a 7/10 of a second lead, could not hold on to it. Ashton Slice was able to get around him, and that put him to the lead. Christopher Tate in the Ford truck has found his way into 3rd spot, getting around Derek Paulson. Paulson was up to 3rd and now back in the 4th spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin is running in 5th now with Jamie Walker in 6th. Corey Sherman running 7th. Dalton Kilroe running 8th. Ian Habiak has fallen all the way back in the 9th spot after starting his 2nd spot tonight. So Ian may have burned those tires off just a little bit more than he wanted to. And here he is in 9th position.
Well, he started tonight in 2nd place, Chris, and he's been battling it out since that green flag dropped to start the race here. He was fighting for that position over and over and over again, so definitely the tires took a little bit of a hit. Ian right now, like you said, sitting in 9th position.
In 24, Dalton Kilroe still continues to try and catch the 3 of Corey Sherman. Kilroe, I believe, may have saved some tires early on, and he is trying to march forward. We're looking for a battle So we're going to keep an eye right here on the 88. Jamie Walker has really been pushing his way through this field. He has found himself in 6th spot. Ahead of him, it's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. And Benjamin has also kind of moved up this field. He's in 5th spot.
He is in 5th spot right now, Chris, and we just saw as those guys were going down around turn number 4 that the 46 truck coming back out of pit. Kyle Wellman back out, trying to do what he had to do. He's a few laps down now, though. That is unfortunate for those guys. But man, what a night so far for Jamie Walker and then number 88, as Chris just said, sitting in 6th position right now, trying to catch up to the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin and that beautiful Dr. Squatch machine. But again, it seems like everybody's kind of just settled down a little bit here. Their tires are older, and everything's starting to come into play. Now, these guys have been running on these tires now for 39 laps, working on lap 40 right now, so the tires are definitely worn. Sun is gone, the lights are kicking on, there's some dark clouds there, so they really don't want to mess things up. I mean, every time that track temperature changes, these guys have to worry about that a little bit. Now, we know that we started here with a track temperature of 77. It actually has increased so far as I'm checking the temperature now. It is sitting at 81 degrees. So these guys with the old tires have to be very careful. We've already seen a couple of trucks bouncing off the wall, and that's something that they have to worry about now. Now that they're starting to get under the lights, folks, once they go in, they're able to get some pressed rubber, get some fuel in those trucks, things are going to feel a lot different for these drivers. Right now, the 88 just kind of hanging out there. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin just ahead of him, starting to catch up to his teammate there. That's the 6th, and Derek Paulson. This is going to be a battle for 4th if anything can happen right now. These guys just kind of running together, doing what they have to do. But if they do get into a little bit of a match and try to race it out here, that's going to allow Walker to even get up even closer.
So the Butcher trying to catch teammate Derek Paulson in the 6th truck. And Jamie Walker is kind of getting left behind. Walker may have had to use a little bit more tire than he wanted to, working his way through the field. Good news for him, though. He is in 6th spot. Ashton Slice still going to be your race leader. Tyler Dugan in 2nd. Christopher Tate in that Pennzoil number 4 running in 3rd spot. Derek Paulson in 4th. And Taylor the Butcher Benjamin running in 5th spot. Jamie Walker starts climbing from 6th spot going forward from this time, and Dalton Kilrow has made his way to 7th. Corey Sherman in the 3 truck running in 8th position. Ian Habiak, after starting on the outside pole, although he started on the inside, Habiak finds himself running in 10th position. Pit stop starting to happen. Chris Webb in the 69 on pit road. Something to follow. Nick Okie is also on pit road. Nick Okie being scored 1 lap down. And Chris Webb trying to stay on the lead lap. Cannot do it, though. Webb also going 1 lap down. That's what happens when you go down pit road under the green flag. Now, this should cycle through if the leader can't make it to lap 51, which is the first stage. Now, lap 50 is actually the stage end, but they don't drop the yellow until 51. They want to make sure to complete that lap. Lap 45 now for your leader, Ashton Slice, Tyler Dugan. Kind of getting left behind just a little bit. Dugan running 1.1 seconds behind Slice, and Christopher Tate having a little taste of the blinking blues as the Ford now back out on track. It's being followed by Derek Paulson and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, the Squatch brothers, running 4th and 5th. Jamie Walker trying to reel him back in. Just can't seem to do it. He's got about a 1.2 second gap up to Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, but that is closing 7/10 now. Dalton Kilrow cracks himself into the top 10. He's running in 7th spot, with Corey Sherman running in 8th position. Aaron Backover having a great night. Aaron running in 9th spot. Ian Habiak had a great starting position in 10th, or he's in 10th now, started in 2nd position. Jeff Hartline in the 97. He's running in 11th position with Brian McRae all the way up to 12th. He just got around Blake Decker to get there. Hank Caston running in 14th position, and Terry Foster has worked his way all the way back up to 15th position. So the 86 having a good run here, and as is this man right here, Ashton Slice. Slice really turning it on to the rest of the field. He's got a 1.6 second lead over Tyler Dugan. Nick Okie still on pit road, an extended stop for Nick. He's been on pit road for 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin moving forward. Derek Paulson has fallen a couple of positions. Paulson back to 6th spot now. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trying to turn it on, trying to crack into the top 3. He's got to get around Christopher Tate in the 4 in order to do it. Tate having a great race tonight. Jamie Walker now in the top 5 as he was able to get around Paulson. Paulson running very tight, high to the wall. And he isn't the only one. The 46 machine way up top as he is out on track after being on pit road for quite a long time. So definitely doesn't have the speed to hang. And these guys doing a good job trying to keep out of his way. And he the same, the 24. That's Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe now cracking himself into 6th position as the 24 gets around the 6 to the inside. Ashton Slice just trying to cover this last lap before the caution drops. And he will be the stage 1 winner. So lots of different pit strategies happening here. But Ashton Slice going to be your stage 1 winner here at Charlotte. A caution-free stage number 1, providing lots of action here so far tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Ashton Slice is the man for stage number 1. So pit stops are going to be coming right up after the pace car catches the field up and things start slowing down here. Everybody who has not come down pit road will definitely have to. And pit road is going to be very, very busy. Top 19 drivers are on the lead lap. Todd Hatcher in 20th position, 1 lap down, should get that one back as a result of the lucky dog. And Ashton Slice, your lucky dog winner. Or excuse me, your stage 1 winner. Wow. Pit stops coming napping.
Look at that, Chris. The number 4, Christopher Tate, says, okay, you guys go down pit road. I'm going to give my guys a little bit of a break, and I'm going to lead this lap.
Yeah, Tate's had a good machine all night long. So why not? Get that bonus point for leading a lap. Then come down, get your 4 tires. Get your fuel. Very, very good first stage. No cautions. Now it's going to be a race off from pit road. 68, Ashton Slice, Tyler Dugan, Jamie Walker, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, the first trucks off from pit road. And this is going to shake up the field a little bit. So Tate decided to stay out. He wanted those bonus points. The 48 of Philip Welling is out there. But your stage 1 winner going to be Ashton Slice. We're going to get him in right now. Ashton Slice, this is Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, boy, that's 68. That was a pretty damn good looking machine out there in that first stage. How's she feeling for you?
Pretty good. I feel like I really got it locked down on the longer runs. Just trying to take it smooth and easy, and hopefully can get a good result for tonight.
Well, the long run seems to be key here. No cautions in that first stage. Did that surprise you at all?
A little bit. The setup is pretty sturdy, though, so I guess it shouldn't really surprise me, but...
All right, well, listen, I wanted to just say congratulations. We've done that. I'm going to get you back in there so you can keep your head in the game. Good luck and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
That's the driver of the number 68, the Energizer, Ashton Slice. Under caution here from Charlotte. This is stage 1 caution. No other caution so far of this race, Rick, and it may not have surprised him, but I'll tell you what, it surprised me. Charlotte is known to have some very tight racing, and I don't mean tight as in the setup. I mean tight as in these guys are running right next to each other, and these guys are able to walk through it easily.
Well, you know, Chris, nobody wants to be that first driver that brings out a caution. You know, these guys really, they've had a couple of interesting races. They settled down a little bit, and now they know what they got to do. I mean, last week's All-Star race was fabulous. There 13 drivers out there, had a heck of a time, and now the rest of these guys saying, hey, I want to let you guys know that we're in the All-Star race. We're stars too, so we can do this too. And I think they're just out there having fun. I mean, we talked to Ashton. He said that the setup is feeling pretty good out there, which it does show that it is. And these guys are just having a lot of fun out there, man. I actually kind of wish I was behind the wheel tonight.
We'll run down the top 10 just as soon as the pace car lights go off. Should happen this time by. And they are. Ashton Slice going to be your race leader. Tyler Dugan going to restart second. Jamie Walker picking up third spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going to be starting to his outside. Then it's Aaron Bockover, Derek Paulson, Brian McRae, Corey Sherman, Hank Caston, and Jeff Hartline. Rounding out the top 10, we're going to go a little bit further. Terry Foster sitting in 11th spot. Jacob Sayers sitting in 12th spot. Then it's Ian Habiot, Brian Deese, Christopher Tate, Blake Decker, Philip Welling, Chris Williams, Todd Hatcher, Dalton Kilroe. Nick Okie is back out on track, but he is 10 laps down. Chris Webb looks like he is disconnected from service. Kyle Willman back on pit road, showing 15 laps down. Dakota Todd, Chad Oxendine did not start the event. Pace car lights are off. We're getting ready to go through turns 3 and 4 to light these trucks back up one more time. And very good, again, clean first stage racing. These guys went caution free, but they are bunched up one more time. Would like to thank everybody out there in the Turn 3 Racing Network land out here watching this restart as Ashton Slice gets them going one more time here around Charlotte.
What an outstanding restart there that Ashton Slice got there in that number 68, Chris, using that momentum from winning stage number 1. Get a really good lead, sitting there at about 0.383. There we go. He wishes that it was a 3-point. Tyler Dugan's there. He's got a little bit of pressure from Jamie Walker. Jamie Walker, we talked about him most of the night here tonight. Chris started 19th, sitting in 3rd right now. Getting that Duke crew number 88 back up towards the front. Behind him, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin working with his teammate Derek Paulson in the 6th. They got Aaron Bach over there separating the other team member there. That's the 35 Brian McRae sitting in 7th right now.
Corey Sherman sitting in 8th position. Jeff Hartline 9, and Hank Caston has worked his way back up the top 10 in 10th spot. don't technically have the camera that I would love to be throwing down right now, but I think we can do this a little bit of a different way. We're going to try it out, and we're going to try and crank it up. Well, Rick, I had to fake it just a little bit, but I'll tell you what, it was loud and happy. And
That's
Jamie,
all that matters.
Yeah, for sure. Jamie Walker has made his way up to second spot. Tyler Dugan in third. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, he's running fourth spot, and Derek Paulson running in fifth. And you know, if you don't have the right cameras, you just make it work. Corey Sherman sitting in sixth spot, and his number 3 would love to try and crack in the top 5, but have to get around Derek Paulson in order to do it. Right behind him, it's the 44 of Aaron Bockover. Bockover from TNA Motorsports. Brian McRae holding on to 8th position. Ahead of him is Bockover. Behind him, Jeff Hartline. And I'll tell you what, it's not that far away. Just about a second separates Brian McRae and Jeff Hartline right now. Brian Deese rounding out the top 10. He's running in 10th position in his Marvel Studios number 17. A tribute to Stan Lee in that left corner. Make it both rear quarters. Pretty cool. That is very cool. Ian Habia, who started in second place tonight, at the drop of the green flag. He battled hard up front, finds himself right now in 11th position. Right behind him, it's the 5 of Hank Caston. His Chevy Silverado doing a good job tonight. Sitting in 12th spot, Jacob Sayers behind him. That's another one of those kind of bright trucks when you look at it in the right lights. Harpoon. Got a little bit of damage to that left rear. Chris Williams sitting in 14th position, his number 13.
exactly sure what happened to the 86 of Terry Foster, Chris, but way off pace right now. Sitting down below the apron there in that Kodiak machine. Saw it really quick just as I was watching the leaders there starting to set up a battle, and kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of damage to the right front and the left front for Terry Foster. It looks like he's coming down pit road. Good news for Terry, the engine doesn't seem to be blown. Bad news, he's way off pace coming down pit road. I think he's going to come down pit road. He's really off pace, so there he is. Terry Foster falls now 2 laps down, but he is on pit road, hopefully to get some of those repairs made, get back out there. And Rick, just as he said, there's a battle starting to brew, and it's for the front row. Here comes the 88. That's Jamie Walker. He's moved door to door to the 68. Ashton Slice trying to defend on the outside. Can he do it? The 88 has been moving very well here tonight, and it doesn't seem to matter which lane he's in. The 88 at the line has it. Jamie Walker goes to the front of the field. So it took a while for him to get there, Rick, but now Jamie Walker up front, and ahead of him, the 92 of Blake Decker. Ashton Slice still trying to figure out a way to get back towards the front. He does say that he has good speed in those long runs. Well, we're on lap 71 to make it 72 of 200. And these guys went back under the green flag at about lap 54. So we're starting to get to that long run, or maybe the 68 could start reeling the 88 back in. Tyler Dugan still having a tremendously good night. He's sitting in 3rd spot in his number 25. Good to see Tyler back out there. It's been a little while.
It has been a little while. Chris been coming back strong here. Like you said, sitting in 3rd. We got Shelly Cook out there in chat. First, I want to thank everybody out there on the Turn 3 Racing Network chat land. We appreciate you guys hanging out with Chris and I and the Blazing Pedals drivers here at Charlotte and the TRJ Karting.com Truck Series here at Blazing Pedals. If you haven't yet, give these guys a thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, the notification bell, and Shelly. 44, we don't want to talk, I don't want to personally talk about him too much because I don't want the commentator curse, but I am actually watching Aaron Pappy Bach over right now in that number 44 Budweiser machine. And Shelly's out there saying the Grand say go, and he is going. He's having a really good night here tonight. And it's good to see you there for Bach over, Chris, sitting in 6th position.
Yeah, in 6th position, and kind of by himself because he does have Corey Sherman, but Sherman is a little ways back, almost a second back, and he's got the 35 of Brian McRae behind him. McRae really trying to get back into the top 5, and that would be a great run for him as he started very deep in the field here tonight. Jeff Hartline sitting in 9th spot in his number 97. He's got Brian Deese behind him and rounding out the top 10. Brian Deese in that 17 machine. Ian Haviuk running in 11th. That's the TRJkarting.com number 16 Toyota Tundra, driven by Ian Haviuk with Hank Caston right behind him in his number 5. The 39 of Jacob Sayers all over the back bumper of Hank Caston's number 5. And it's the 39 looking to try and prove that a little aerodynamics in the rear doesn't matter here at Charlotte. To the inside goes the 39, setting up for turn 1, and the 39 may have his number here. He is definitely motoring around this track a little bit faster than Hank Caston. And around turns 1 and 2, he had it. It's a drag race down the backstretch. Hank Caston looking to stretch it back out. Can't quite get there enough. Oh no, the 5 going around. Locks it up. Holds on, keeps it pointing in the right direction. Great job from Hank Caston as he just tries to get back out on track without causing a caution. Hank Caston doing a great job out there. Good driving from the 5. Speaking of good driving, here's the 88 and the 68. A good battle here for the first place. Jamie Walker has it. Ashton Slice would like to get it back. Ashton was stage 1 winner, and Jamie would like to be stage 2 winner, but he has got to defend against the 68. One of the things that really stood out with 68, Ashton Slice said during his post-stage win interview, you know, I think I have a pretty good truck on those long runs. And Rick, we're getting into one of those long runs right now. We restarted on lap 54. It's lap 78.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. I mean, the tires are starting to get a little bit worn down now. As we see, I think that was what the issue there was with Caston's truck there. He just got a little slick and lost control of the slide machine, but like I said, able to hang on to it, doing some fantastic driving there. That's the thing. These guys, you know, the tires are gone. They know they only have a few laps left into, about 20 laps left, 21 laps left of the next stage. So they're just trying to pour it on right now. And it's very easy to get that truck slick.
The racer in me, Rick, is already starting to figure out, when do I have to come in that last stage? You know they're going to have to pit. When are they going to want to do it? Terry Foster on pit road, heavy damage. Oh no, the 68 goes around, and the 9, excuse me, Nico K gets involved with it. The 68 in mowing the grass. We're still under the green flag. Ashton Slice goes from second, and he is dropping like a stone in water. Ashton Slice right now in ninth. Has to be very careful about how much gas he puts to the truck. Spins just a little bit more, and Ashton Slice, no luck on the 68. Now sits in 12th spot, still trying to get up to speed. Wow.
That is huge.
And all the while, Nico Kie ended up having to take a tow back into pit road, as the 9 was also involved with that. And I think he may have taken even bigger hit than Ashton Slice did. Although that hit sent Slice all the way back from second spot to 12th. But Ashton, being the consummate professional that he is on track, has got his truck back up to speed. And you see just a little bit of damage there in that left front. Nonetheless, we stay under green, and man, oh man, that was exciting, Rick.
It was exciting, and it messed things up, or mixed things up a little bit there in the front. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in that 10 Dr. Squatch machine moved up into second position, Chris.
And I'll tell you what, Rick, I'm just watching him right now. I think he's a shark that can smell blood in the water, because Taylor the Butcher Benjamin is closing the gap, and he is closing the gap hard on Jamie Walker. We're going to see if he's able to catch him. But he dropped 2/10 off from the gap between the leader and himself in one lap. So watch out for that 10.
Yeah, and at one point, Chris, when Ashton was going around, actually, the gap to the leader was over 1.3. So the Butcher back up, doing what he has to do, and he is flying in that number 10 right now.
Well, verified on chat, Terry Foster is trying to save a set of tires. He's got 5 minutes left, but the 86 will be back out on track.
No, buddy, I'm sure it's probably warm where Terry is right now, so, you know, him being able to take off his Oculus Rift headset there, taking a little breather, I'm sure he's appreciating that. I mean, you know, the few other drivers out there probably wish they could do that right now. But hopefully you're staying nice and cool there, Terry.
For the first time in a while, Rick, I was able to shut the AC off today.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little warm today, but at night, this is like the perfect, and this is why I love Vermont, and one of the few reasons that I'm still in this beautiful state. Nice and cool at night, warm during the day, man. If it could be like this all year, I'd be happy.
So Aaron Bockover currently being scored in 5th spot after that little mess up that Ashton Slice had. The 44 has cracked into the top 5.
You gotta get some kind of fan blowing on your face, brother. It does help.
We call it a wind simulator.
That's right. And don't buy the braking wind simulator. That's not the right one. Just so you know. I've heard.
Yes. Rick, you know, I said something about it just a little bit ago, and it's starting to come true. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin has cut that lead down now, less than 0.2 of a second, and the Butcher looking to try and make a move on the 88. We've got 12 laps to go before the caution scheduled to fall, and the 10 truck right there. He's had a lot of disappointment so far this season, hasn't had the finishes that maybe he thinks he should have, and quite honestly, some of the finishes that I think he should have had. The 10 truck now battling it out for the lead. He goes to the inside, and Jamie Walker gives him room. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trying to make it the first spot. The 88 on the outside, able to fight back. The momentum very strong here in Charlotte. Here comes the 10 again, battling in turns 3 and 4 on the inside. The 10 looking to try and take it at the line. Can't do it this time by. The 88 still has the race lead.
You know, both those drivers right now, Chris, they have their hands full, their hands are sweaty, but I bet you they're smiling ear to ear right now because it's fun. I mean, they know that their tires are junked right now, and they're trying everything that they possibly can to race clean, and they don't want to be the one that makes mistakes. So these guys, they're having a fun time right now, really drag racing down through the corners and everything.
Will the 88 hold on at the line again? He does, but this time only by about a half a truck, as Taylor the Butcher Benjamin is a little bit faster at this point than the 88, and right now he is just ahead. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trying to get a lap lead here in the books. Can he do it when he comes off from turn 4 right now on the backstretch? The 88 definitely has a motor underneath, because on the front and backstretch is the 88 able to take over. But the 10 on the corner, he has got it going on, and it is a drag race once again to the start-finish line. The 88 takes it still. Through turn number 1 and 2, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin closes the gap one more time. These guys fighting very, very hard. It's lap 92 of 200. 9 laps to go before the caution flag is scheduled to come out. This one for stage number 2. It's been caution-free so far, other than the stage, as they battle to the line one more time, and this time it is Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, your new race leader. What an absolutely stunning battle. Jamie Walker unable to hold on to the lead. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin pulls out in front and starts to gap the 88 immediately. Right now sitting at 0.3 of a second. This could be a huge points night for the 10 truck, as he came in tonight in 5th spot. Jamie Walker came in tonight in 1st. Dalton Kilroe came in tonight in 2nd spot. Right now, Kilroe being scored 19th, 3 laps down. Hank Caston being scored in 3rd in the points. Hank Caston is being scored 15th, 1 lap down. Tyler Dugan comes into tonight being scored 4th in the points. And Tyler Dugan right now being scored 3rd in the race. But still, a really good points night getting set up here if the Butcher can hold on.
And hold on exactly is what he is trying to do, Chris, right now. Getting a little bit of a lead on the 88, but the 88 still hanging on strong there, trying to reel him back in there. But Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, his truck is happy in that good clean air. He does have the 24 there of Aaron Backover. He's going to go on the inside there. Or not Backover, Dalton Kilroe. Yeah, I'm excited for Backover. Hanging on there in that 44, man. He's still sitting in 6th place right now. Having a fabulous night.
Yeah, Corey Sherman was able to get around him to take over 5th, but Backover still sits right there in 4th position. He's a half a second behind Corey Sherman right now. We'll actually take a look. There is the 3, and there is the 44 of Aaron Backover. Derek Paulson sitting in 4th spot. Tyler Dugan still running in 3rd. The battle to be watching for right here for 1st and 2nd. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin was able to take it away about 4 laps ago, and he is holding on strong now. The 88 trying to figure out a way to get around him. And I don't know, man. I think the 88 may have had to use some tire early on in this run to try and get around Ashton. I don't know if he has any left to try and keep up with the 10 truck. The 10 is absolutely smoking around this field. He is just running. And he was running to try and catch Jamie. Now he's running to keep in front of him.
Only going to do it for a couple more laps, Chris. The stage 2 is getting close to being finished here. The Butcher doing everything that he possibly can to keep the 88, who has moved his way from the back of the field to the front, has actually led 22 laps here tonight. Trying to keep him back there. We'll see what happens here.
Caution should drop in 2 more laps. And Taylor the Butcher Benjamin looking forward to try and win stage number 2. The Butcher doing everything he can to stretch that lead out, trying to make sure he is the stage 2 winner. The gap now 0.5 of a second. One
He's
more
got to hang
lap.
on. Yeah, one more lap. 1.5 miles left to go.
On the back stretch with about 3/4 of a mile to go, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trucks are getting out of the way of the race leader, trying to stay out of his way as Taylor the Butcher Benjamin starts the exit turn number 4 to get on the front stretch. And your stage 2 winner going to be the number 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Great run from the 10 truck to pick up the stage 2 win right here in Charlotte. And Jamie Walker has got to be shaking his head. So another caution-free stage out of these guys, although they were close a couple of times, Rick.
They were close a couple of times, Chris, but they're just able to hang on, do what they had to do. What's some outstanding racing that Charlotte and these guys have been doing tonight, man? It's amazing.
Oh, it's been incredible and a lot of fun to watch. I find myself kind of sitting on the edge of my chair yet again. These guys do it to me every single week, Rick. And
I was going to say, this is turning into an every week thing now. These guys, I mean, you know, they've made it past the halfway point of the season. Now it's go time, okay? I mean, we're going all the way until October 27th, I believe it is, Chris, Sunday night. And these guys, you know, time's running out. They got to do what they have to do, and they're really pouring it on here the second half of the season.
lead lap trucks coming down pit road. It's going to be tires and fuel for the most part. Who is going to save a set of tires? That's one question. And I don't envy the task of the admins here. They have to go through and watch every single pit stop from every single driver. And when you have 25 drivers starting, that's a tall task.
It is.
Benjamin, Walker, Dugan, first three out, Paulson, and the three of Corey Sherman. Aaron Bockover out in sixth, Brian McRae seventh, Jeff Hartline eighth, Ryan Deese ninth, and it looks like Blake Decker going to crack into the top 10. Well, Rick, I think we should probably talk to your stage 2 winner.
As I'm eating a brownie. Taylor the Butcher. Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
I'm all excited because I'm eating some Dr. Squatch right now. They say not to do it, but it's good.
Oh, hi, guys.
How's it going, buddy? You got Ricky. I took a big bite of a brownie. I'm sorry. Congratulations, bro. I mean, how's that number 10? How's that feeling, man? You're at the right place at the right time.
I mean, I feel like any time you can run down and pass Jamie Walker while you're on the same tires as him is quite an accomplishment. I mean, this truck feels really nice. I feel like I can hook the bottom and hook the blue and white line for, I feel like I'm better than most anybody so far, but still a long way to go. Still gotta not abuse the equipment too early, and still gotta execute on pit road. First time wasn't the best, but came out with the lead this time, so hopefully we can keep this Dr. Squatch number 10 Chevy Silverado up front and try to seal the deal tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. Anybody on that number 10 that you want to quickly thank?
Hey, everybody on the team: Brian McRae, Kyle Wellman, Jacob Sayers, Derek Paulson, and everybody else that's involved in the league: Mark, Sam, Terry, TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league, and you guys for putting on these great shows. It's been a really clean, exciting race so far.
It has been, buddy. Well, listen, I'm going to put you back down with your teammates so you can get ready to go there for the last half of the race here. Congratulations once again, and good luck for the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.
And that was the number 10 stage 2 winner, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. And again, guys, unbelievable, but we have had no cautions other than stage breaks. This has been a great showing here from the TRJkarting.com Blazing Pedals Truck Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Sunday night. Make sure to hit that like button or thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button if this is your first time out. Make sure to check these guys out every single Sunday night for racing just like this. It's been incredible tonight.
That it has, Chris. I mean, this is the kind of race that every league wishes that they could have. And these guys, like I said, the second half of the season has been phenomenal. So we got a little bit left to go here tonight. Things are going to heat up a little bit, I think. I mean, we're going to be on lap 106 of 200. And these guys got to go the rest of the distance to find out who's going to win. Is it going to be Jamie Walker? Or is it going to be the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin? Or can one of the other guys squeak through? We're about to find out.
The Ford Mustang pace car getting ready to turn onto pit road. We're going to get these trucks back up to speed. It's been clean racing here tonight on this Sunday night. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, fresh off stage number 2 win after Ashton Slice showed him the way on stage number 1. Jamie Walker has been able to lead some laps, but not the ones that have counted so far. Can he make it to the front? We go back under the green. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin hits the loud pedal. Hold your breath into turn number 1. We're side by side racing for third spot. Tyler Dugan, Derek Polson battling it out for third. Polson on the outside. Tyler Dugan trying to hold it on to the inside. Tyler has been having a great race tonight and right now is able to hold on to third spot. Derek Polson gets shuffled back into fourth. The 44, Eric Bockover, is sitting in 5th spot right now. Corey Sherman having a great run. He's running in 6th spot tonight. Brian McRae has worked his way to 7th, and Jeff Hartline 8th. 9th position going to be Brian Deese and his number 17 with old Woodside himself. The 92 of Blake Decker rounding out the top 10. Ashton Slice started in 15th spot this time by, and right now he's sitting in 10th position. Ashton Slice went sideways and got into Nick Okie, and now forced to battle himself back from deep in the field. He, again, starting 15th position, and right now Ashton sitting in 11th. Behind him, it's going to be the 13 of Chris Williams. Williams has had an up and down night right now, sitting in 12th spot. Philip Whaling in the 48, sitting in 13th position. Ian Habiuk, after starting tonight on the outside front row, is sitting in 14th position right now with Jacob Sayers rounding out the trucks that are on the lead lap in 15th position. Todd Hatcher, Christopher Tate, Hank Caston, Dalton Kiro, Terry Foster, Kyle Wellman, and Nick Okie, all down multiple laps, trying to get him back and become a contender in this race. The battle for the top 4 trucks. Still undecided, Rick. Throw a blanket over him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. One guy who has started to make his way back towards the front there is a 25 Tyler Dugan. That Tennessee Bowls truck doing everything he has to do. He got around the 88 there. Now he's trying to catch up to the Butcher. We'll see if he's going to be able to do it here in the next couple laps.
Dugan was very, very fast back in stage 1. Kind of took it easy in stage 2. But right now, you're right, Rick. He is running in second spot. And he is chasing down the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, maybe looking for the lead. Under the lights here in Charlotte.
It's been an outstanding race, Chris. I mean, these guys cannot ask for anything better. And now we have a battle for the lead there. Tyler digging. He's doing some digging there in that number 25. Trying to look on the inside there. The Butcher cuts down. Almost takes the nose off there, the 25. He wants to hang on to that lead. That's going to allow Jamie Walker in the 88 and the Duke crew start catching up to these guys here to make it going to be a 3-way battle there for the lead.
Yeah, Paulson starting to fall back just a little bit. Top 3 trucks, nose to tail, heading into turns 1 and 2. It's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Tyler Dugan, and Jamie Walker running 1, 2, and 3. And these guys seem to be in a little bit of a league of their own here tonight. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, seemingly out of nowhere tonight after starting a little bit further in the pack, comes back, wins stage number 2, and he is continuing to lead the way around Charlotte tonight.
Lead the way he is, and I'm kind of wondering what Paulson is doing, Chris. Is he trying to save his tires, or is he trying to play a little smart move here? He knew that his teammate there right before everything started going down there when Ashton Slice went down through and did a little bit of mowing on the infield there. Maybe trying to save his truck, trying to save his equipment, and worry about, just in case something happens with these guys battling it out, he can be at the right place at the right time to take over. But look who's coming up right behind him, Chris. That's going to be the 44, Aaron Bockover. Hanging out there in the top 5 right now. Got the 3 Corey Sherman behind him there, the Shermanator. Both those trucks look beautiful under the lights. I love that Budweiser paint that Bockover's been running this season.
Yeah, Bockover was able to get around Corey Sherman, now trying to catch the back bumper of Derek Paulson, and that gap is closing. Here goes teammate, the 86, Terry Foster, as the 44 goes down to the inside. No problem there. Corey Sherman also making it around Foster. Go back just a little ways. He's going to find the 97 of Jeff Hartline. He's being followed by Blake Decker. Decker trying to work his way back up towards the front of the field, but he's got to try and figure out a way around the 97. Hartline's been tough tonight. It may be an inside move. The 92 moving down the track, and he is underneath the 97, getting ready to go into turn 1. That little bump right there can get you tight, but it doesn't do anything to the 92. He holds on, takes position away. So Blake Decker moves up to 7th. That pushes Hartline down to 8th position. And here comes Ashton Slice. Ashton is cracked into the top 10. He's running in 9th position after getting around Brian McRae. Ashton Slice now sitting in 9th spot. Still has a little bit of damage, but Rick, he is motivated to try and get back to the top. You saw him win stage number 1 here tonight, and he said he had a good truck on those long hauls in the 68, trying to prove that he can get it done here tonight, even with a little adversity. Behind him, it's the 35, Brian McRae. Sorry, Rick, I'm just going to finish out the drivers on the lead lap here. McRae running in 10th spot. He started very deep in the field. He's been running in the top 10 for the most part of this second half of the race that we've been seeing. Behind him, it's Chris Williams in the 13. 13 has had kind of an up and down night as well, but Williams right now sitting in 11th, just one position out of the top 10. In the 17, it's Brian Deese. Brian is sitting in 12th spot with Philip Welling right behind him. Welling is sitting in 13th position, the 39. Jacob Sayers behind him, running in 14th. And Ian Habiuk, after starting on the outside front row here tonight, he finds himself 15th position. He's the last truck on the lead lap. And you see right behind them, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin getting very close to catching the 16, Rick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, going back to the 68 there, Aston Slice, so far Aston Slice leading the most laps here in Charlotte tonight with 50. The Butcher Benjamin in second place there for that with 27, Walker with 22, Dugan with 18, and Kate has led 1. So definitely Aston trying to get back up towards the front, doing a good job there. And then number 68, Ice Rangers 15.
Still, the battle to be watching is for first spot, as Taylor the Butcher Benjamin has Tyler Dugan and Jamie Walker right behind him. Throw a blanket over these trucks, because I'm telling you, they are close to each other. Less than 0.4 of a second separating these 3 trucks. And even less if you look at just the 25. Tyler Dugan. Tyler looks to the inside. The 10 may not be able to defend. Tyler Dugan looking for the pass for the lead. Tyler Dugan, side by side, gets a little squirrely coming down the corner, holds on. And Jamie Walker now has momentum. Walker to the inside of Tyler Dugan. A rare miscue out of the 25 may cost him a position as the 88 sits to the inside. The 25 able to battle back on the outside. They hold on. And Tyler Dugan had a scary moment there.
That's what we like to call the pucker moment there, Chris, but I'm sure that's exactly what happened. I mean, Jamie tried to capitalize on that little bit of mistake, something that we're not used to seeing from Tyler Dugan, like you said. But Dugan hangs on the second right now, keeps the 88 from Jamie Walker, still behind him, even though Walker's trying to start to look and peek on the inside there. Going to force Dugan down onto the bottom.
Lap 122, make it 123 now out of the Blazing Pedals TRJ Truck Series. And Rick, the question that we're going to start asking here, and probably the next 20 laps, maybe 30, is when are they going to come down pit road? When are the race leaders going to come down pit road? We saw the 16. He came down pit road about a lap ago, or make it 2 laps ago, and he was able to get service done to the 16. We'll see what kind of time difference that makes on track. Right now we have 14 drivers on the lead lap, and Jacob Sayers in the 39 is the last of them.
That's how the 16 Dean Haydiak, he pulled into his pit, finally getting the direction from his dad. Hey, let's come in, let's do what we have to do to try to get back up there and be ready for when these guys have to come down pit road.
You know, if Ian was able to save a set of tires, and if he just used one set now, he is going to be blazingly fast compared to some of these guys out there. He should be able to get his laps back.
Dare we say his pedals will be blazing?
Yes, I think that's fair to say. Jamie Walker again looks down to the inside. Tyler Dugan able to motor by, and the 88 drops back in line, thinking better of it. He had a run, and Jamie Walker had to back off. Tyler Dugan keeping that high line, keeping the momentum of his 25, able to hold on a second. The 88 suffers a little bit, now has to regather and catch him back up. And the 88 very capable of doing that. These 3 trucks are in a draft, and it's important not to lose that draft. The 88 couldn't stay underneath the 25 any longer without help.
Now, I mean, not only do I want to give thanks to Tim for doing what he does there with TRJKarting.com for these guys here at the Blazing Pedals and for us here at Turn 3 Racing Network, Chris. What a fantastic partnership. It's one that I cherish, our friendship with Tim. And it's amazing just to watch what he does week in and week out for all these young kids who are in real life racing. But I also want to say thank you, Tim, for letting me know that you use Pepto-Bismol, because ever since you said that, I put a lot of money into stock there, and I think I can retire tomorrow.
Tim's a great guy. Just today, I saw something that reaffirmed that, and was happy to donate to it. Tim's birthday coming up in just a couple of weeks. He threw up a charity for autism.
North Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, very happy to go ahead and support that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
Take a peek in on the 44, Aaron Bockover. Bockover just getting passed by Corey Sherman. That's going to put Bockover back to 6th spot. These two trucks have been switching positions for the last, 25 laps or so. And 44 right now on the wrong end of that exchange, as he is back in the 6th position.
I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to be the one that jinxes him, Chris. If that happens, we know the commentator curse is alive and well here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth here in the Hammond Hotel. But I'm pretty proud of Bockover right now. He's been having one heck of a night here tonight in Charlotte. So is the Shermanator, man. That truck, man, we said it at the beginning of the broadcast. That blue and green and black, man, it looks outstanding under the lights here tonight.
Right now they are going around the 86. That's Terry Foster. He is multiple laps down. The 44 has to save it. My goodness, what a save though.
Holy
and
cow.
He's got a bunch of trucks coming, and they are bunching up, all checking up. This could be problem. Heartline is the start of it. The 92 getting involved. Here comes Asher Slice. Slice has already picked up one position because of it. And here comes Brian McRae as well, the 35, following Ashton Slice through the whole thing as the 44 finally gets it back under control and back up to speed. Ooh. Aaron Bockover. Oh no, Ashton Slice going through the infield again. The 68 mowing the line once again and gets it going straight. Ashton Slice has had 2 events through that infield tonight, and that is going to be a heartbreaker. Still under the green. And he has lost a bunch of positions, Rick. He was being scored in 8th position, now 13th, as he is trying to get it back up to speed. And the 68 having difficulties once again through that infield.
It is a heartbreaker for the icebreaker. Aaron Bockover, he fell down from 6th to 8th place. Brian McRae moved up to 7th. Chris, Jeff Hartline been quiet tonight. We talked about him a few times. That beautiful number 97 machine, Rockstar Energy, doing what he has to do out there. He is sitting in 6th position right now. Hartline, one of those quiet drivers there. We don't talk much about him there at the beginning of the race. He kind of hangs back, kind of like what Brian McRae does, who's right behind him right now in that Dr. Swatch Racing number 35 machine. 2 very quiet drivers. They just go out there, they run their laps, and they try to stay clean and make sure that their equipment's there for the end.
Meanwhile, right behind them, we got 4 trucks just battling away. The 92, Blake Decker, trying to get around the 44. He does. The 16, Ian Habia, down 2 laps, but he is very fast right now. I'm guessing he's got fresh tires just based on lap times. And the 44 finds himself now in 9th position. Brian Deese right behind him, the 92, starting to get away from the 44 of Aaron Bockover. Front, it's still Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Tyler Dugan, Jamie Walker running 1, 2, 3 as they have for most of this stage. We're on lap 135 of 200. Make it 136 now as Taylor the Butcher Benjamin goes across the start finish line, and he is starting to gap Tyler Dugan and Jamie Walker just a little bit. About a half a second now, Rick.
Yeah, and I've been watching Ian Habia here in the 16 TRJ Karting Toyota Tundra, Chris, with those fresh, gotta have fresh rubber, man. He is blowing by everybody. He just got around Alarque. You know how to do it, Blake. But from now on, Alarque is done. We're gonna call you Woody from now on, man. That number 92 looking sharp out there as he goes around Dalton Kilrow in the 24 there. But right now, Blake trying to do what he has to do. Having a good night, though. I mean, he sitting in 8th place right now, doing just what he has to do. Qualified in 3rd, fell back a little ways, worked his way back up through, and he's not done yet.
So the Butcher really opening up a gap now, 0.8 of a second. Jamie Walker has fallen about 1.5 seconds behind Tyler Dugan. All of a sudden, there's big gaps between 1, 2, and 3. Derek Colson running in 4th, but here comes Corey Sherman in the 3, looking to the inside. Corey Sherman looking to try and take over 4th spot from Derek Paulson into the corner. And it makes it look easy. The Shermanator getting around, coming back out onto turn number 4 on the straightaway. Oh no, Corey Sherman goes loose through the infield. Corey Sherman taking a ride off the pit wall, and not good for Corey Sherman. We stay under green. He's off the race surface. Unbelievable. The commentator curse. Rick, if anybody doesn't believe it, we have now shown them, 3 times in a row.
Exactly what it is, man.
Unbelievable.
I feel bad for Corey Sherman, Chris. That number 3 Savage Edge, the Shermanator Toyota Tundra, looking so good tonight. Now it's all banged up.
Yeah, he took a good hit onto the pit wall. And, boy.
That's some fantastic driving by these guys. I mean, even, we've seen it. We're getting, again, at the end of a tire run, these guys that have the old tires, even if they had new tires, they're starting to go away, Chris, so they're doing what they have to do. If anybody out there has a set of fresh ones, right now's the time to grab them, because we're seeing a lot of things. But these guys doing a fabulous job keeping the trucks down off the racing surface, so that way we stay under green tonight.
Taylor the Butcher Benjamin working the back stretch, heading into turns 3 and 4. We're getting ready to jump in the cockpit so he can take us around this track one time. As he exits turn number 4, we'll hop in when he crosses the start-finish line. Working lap 142.
I love this view too, because the viewers feel like we talked about earlier, when you're coming off of turn 4 and you're heading into the front stretch, Chris, into that dry oval, it's those lines, man, they mess with you because you automatically think that, okay, I'm on the interstate, but no, you're going across those things, man, and it's just amazing.
And Taylor is staying up on turn 1 just enough to kind of miss that bump. Maybe puts the left sides in and maybe getting a little help through that corner by dumping those left side tires into that little bump that's there. Otherwise, it's not affecting him very much at all. And I'll tell you what, it's not affecting him very much right now either. His tire wear. He is able to maintain a lot of speed through these corners. Typically, at this point in the run, he'd be dropping way down, maybe about 5,800, 5,600 RPMs, and he is consistently staying over that 6,000 mark. So tires are definitely not a problem right now for the Butcher. He's doing very well. May have conserved some at some point during this run.
One thing just flashed into my head, Chris, when I was younger, I think it was Dale Sr. who was talking with somebody about how, when we got a big crash on the front stretch.
Oh, yeah, just ahead of the race leader. Oh, no! Oh. Okay, race leader able to get around, but Taylor Butcher Benjamin almost got passed by Dugan as that happened. And it looks like Todd Hatcher was one of the trucks involved. This would be for the first caution of the race that wasn't scheduled. We're going to go back and take a peek, see what happened.
Sayer got a big part of it too.
We're actually going to have to go back a little bit further as we want to go on to Jacob Sayers. We're going to back it up one more time. See what happened to the 39, because I think it all kind of started with him. Sayers drops in the corner, starts working his way out of it. Oh, just gets loose. And the 24 able to get around. And this is when it gets bad.
Ooh.
That's when it gets bad.
This is when I'm thankful that we're actually broadcasting sim racing, man, because nobody's really going to get... I mean, people can get hurt. We've seen it before. But, man.
Well, if you had pit strategy in mind, Rick, throw it out the window. We're on lap 146 at 200, and people are coming down on pit road. Going to get those 4 tires, splash of fuel, and that's if you have them. And it's going to be a heck of a battle off from pit road here. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin able to get out. It looks like Jamie Walker gets out before Tyler Dugan. So Walker's crew, the Do crew, getting it done. picks up a position on pit road.
And Tennessee volunteer truck, Chevy Silverado, Chris. Reminds me of good old Bill Dance, man, and all his good funny stuff. I used to watch him when I was growing up with my dad. We used to watch him every Saturday morning when we weren't out fishing ourselves, of course. But definitely looks like he was able to save a set of tires to the 25 under fresh rubber right now.
I think top 3 at least are as well, but I'm going to talk about Jamie Walker's pit stop for just a second, Rick. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin a 14.4 in his pit stall. Tyler Dugan a 14.6 in his pit stall. Jamie Walker getting it done. The Duke crew on fire. Kind of like the old Rainbow Warriors, if you think back just a little while, years ago, I guess. 12.9 seconds. Fastest pit stop of the night going out to the Duke crew. And that was good enough to get him ahead of Tyler Dugan for this next restart, Rick.
That's going to be huge, Chris. I mean, these top 3 drivers have been running all night around each other, trying to find a way around each other. Now this is going to be good. Look at that, number 35, Brian McRae sitting up there in 4th right now. Blake Decker moves up into 5th.
We haven't had a chance to do it very often tonight, but we are going to step away for a quick commercial break. Back live under what is actually the first caution due to incident here tonight, Rick. And it is the TRJ Blazing Pedals Truck Series. This has been a fantastic race, and I don't think we've seen the best of it yet.
No, we definitely haven't, Chris. Right now we're on lap 147 of 200. We got a little bit ways left to go, but man, what an amazing race this has been here tonight at Charlotte. Just outstanding. The light tower off on the pace car. Corey Sherman gets his lap back, so he's taking off. That's going to force everybody to start lining up 2 by 2. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin sitting in that number 1 position, going to be restarting on the inside. On his outside is going to be the 88, the Duke crew of Jamie Walker out there. And down below in 3rd place, it's going to be the number 25 of Tyler Dugan. Going to be starting on the inside. On the outside of him is going to be the number 35, Brian McRae. Blake Decker is going to be sitting in 5th. Next to him, the 17, Brian Deese. Jeff Hartline, Chris Williams, Ashton Slice moved back up into 9th position. Philip Walling in his number 48 sitting in, I believe, 10th right now. Aaron Bockover, Derek Paulson, Ian Habiuk, Corey Sherman. This is going to be good, man. I mean, the lights are off on the pace car. These guys are ready. We're on lap 148. It's going to be lap 149 of 200. Getting close to that checkered flag waving. And these guys have had an outstanding race so far, Chris. It has been amazing to sit here and watch. We get to see all the action, man. I mean, I know it's fun being out there on track, but it's just as fun being up here in the Hammond Hotel here with everybody on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and if you haven't yet, head on over to TRJkarting.com. Give Tim some love. The pace car is off, and we're getting ready to go green. And what a big restart the number 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin gets. Kicks right off, leaving no time. He knows that those guys are hungry behind him right now. The 25, that's Tyler Dugan doing some digging right now, sitting in 2nd position. And look at that. Jamie Walker kind of stuck on the outside there, Chris. Right now we got Brian McRae working with Blake Decker on the inside, trying to do what they have to do. Time Roscoe, how you doing? Checking out there in chat, man. Yeah, that stinks, man. We miss you out here. But hey, you just got home. How was the race? I didn't catch any of it yet. I have a DVR, so don't tell me who won yet.
Horrible restart's the only way to call it for the 88. He has fallen back to 9th position, Rick. The 88 is going backwards, and he may be out there on old tires. That's the only thing I can think of. As
25's going forward, Chris. Takes over the lead.
Yeah, he is. He gets around the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, and we have a new race leader at the line heading into turn 1 and 2, and it is Tyler Dugan. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin sitting in second spot. This man right here, 35, Brian McRae running in third. Fourth spot belongs to the old Woodside himself, the 92 of Blake Decker. Brian Deese seemingly out of nowhere comes to fifth spot. Jeff Hartline in the 97 running in sixth spot. The 13 of Chris Williams running in seventh. Aaron Bockover running in eighth position. The 48 of Philip Welling is in ninth. Derek Paulson 10th. All the way back to 11th spot before you get to Jamie Walker, and Walker under attack from the 68 of Ashton Slice. Jamie Walker going backwards in a hurry, and he's got a bunch of trucks all around him, including the 3 of Sherman. Sherman down multiple laps, but he is on fire trying to get those laps back, and you can tell the difference now. The 88 on old tires has to be, because he is not as fast as some of these other trucks, and that is what put him back into 11th spot. Does the 88 have a set of tires in store to get through the rest of this race? We'll figure it out in just a little while, but Tyler Dugan up front with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin right behind him. Again, Brian McRae running in third with Blake Decker sitting in fourth spot. Brian Deese is getting a battle right now. Jeff Hartline to the inside. Deese was in fifth. Hartline trying to take it over. He's on the inside heading into the corner. Jeff Hartline in the 97. Brian Deese in the 17. It's a drag race down the backstretch. The 97 sticks it into turn 3, trying to catch back up to the 17. Deese fighting back hard on the outside and holds on to position. Brian Deese in fifth spot.
I just got word from driver number 24, Dalton Kilrow, Chris. He is just getting out of the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center. I'm going to bring him up real quick to see what's going on. Dalton Kilrow, driver number 24, turn 3 Racing Network truck. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Done for it.
Hey, man. So the bad luck started all over again, eh?
Yeah, I was trying to play some tire strategy, and the way these trucks get on a long run, it gets really loose on exit, and just coming in at 2 in the middle of that second stage there, it just came around on me. I overcorrected, and then pancaked the right side of my truck against the wall, and for some reason that gave me engine damage, and was just trying to baby it from then on. And under that last caution, as we actually got the 1 to green, it gave out on me, so I'm done.
So the engine troubles continue for the number 24 machine. That is unfortunate, brother. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Listen, it's been one heck of a race here tonight, man. Sorry that you're sitting in the pits right now. Like you said, probably not going to be able to get it fixed to get back out there, man. But, you know, hey, there's always next week, right?
Yeah, well, always next week, and I'm just glad it's actually been somewhat of a clean race, and we don't have caution after caution after caution. You know, I mean, if I remember correctly, we only have, what, 3 cautions all night so far, and we're less than 50 laps to go. So I would say this is a successful night so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fabulous there for the race. I mean, like you said, we only had 1 actual true caution. The other 2 that we had were because of the stages. So these guys definitely pouring it on tonight, man. Listen, is anybody on that number 24 you need to thank?
Oh, I obviously got to thank TRJ Karting for everything they do for this league. Every interview I'm in, I seem to keep forgetting to thank them, and I feel so sorry for you, Tim, because I know I should be on top of my game, and I'm not. So, getting it out of the way now. Thank you, TRJ. Obviously, thanks to you guys for putting on such a good broadcast every single week. And thanks to just everybody I was racing with, Blake Decker, Brian Deese, Philip Walling. You know, hopefully Blake can bring home the top 5, maybe even get up there and steal one from him.
Well, there you go, brother. Hey, listen, since you got some time there, and we know that the engine troubles are not going to keep happening because you have had some good luck here this season, especially in the second half. So start working on those driver interviews, get something posted, put it up next to your rig, and you're going to be good to go.
Yeah. Hope I can keep it, running for the rest of the season.
I hear you, brother. Well, hey, listen, sorry to hear about you tonight, man, but good luck next week.
Thank you.
And that was the number 24, Dallin Kilroe. Unfortunate string of bad luck. You know, he won a race, had a good race last week during the All-Star event, and then boom, that bad luck streak continuing on again. You know, it's amazing to me that he's still sitting in second in points, though, Rick. Consistency is key, and when he does finish the race, and we talk about it every week, too, even when he's had blown motors, he's come back out and gained some positions. You cannot just give up on the season. It's a long season, and he is getting it done, even with all the engine problems he's had this season, still sitting in second place in the points coming into tonight's event.
Well, you're right, Chris. I mean, we're in race number 11 right now of the season, actually 12 if you want to count the All-Star race, I believe. But right now, Dallin Kilroe has started every single race. He has 1 pole. He's got 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 1 win so far this season. So you're absolutely right. Consistency is key. And that's something that these drivers, a lot of drivers, maybe not here at Blazing Pedals, but they seem to forget. You know, when you have a long season like this, compared to like when we do race supercars where we only have 10 weeks, man, you got to kind of pour it on straight from the start to the finish. But these guys can kind of just do what they have to do. And if you can just consistently get into the top 5, top 10, do what you have to do and make sure you start every race, that's what helps you out, man.
We have a potential battle getting set to brew here for the race lead, Rick. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin has caught the back bumper of Tyler Dugan once again. And the
Jamie
Butcher
Walker in the pits.
Jamie Walker in the pits looking for that fresh set of tires. He's going to go down at least 2 laps here. That's what we've seen under the green flag. And we have a battle for the lead, the 10 to the inside of the 25. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trying to steal one away from Tyler Dugan. Dugan trying to fight back on the outside. The 10 throws it into the corner. Can he get by? The 25 holding the momentum on the outside. It's a drag race to the start-finish line, and it was too close to call. Taylor Butcher the Benjamin is your race leader. And I said his name wrong, and that just, I'm excited.
That's the Butcher, man.
The Butcher. Oh, we got a crossover attempt here. The 25 diving down to the inside. The 10 looking to shut the door. He does. The 25 has to start working his way back up to scrub some speed. The 10 shut the door. Wow, good racing up front. Blake Decker, in the meanwhile, has worked his way to third, getting around Brian McRae. And Brian Deese in the 17, running in 5th spot. Jeff Hartline right behind him. Rick, too many battles out on the track to try and call at once.
Just got word from the TRJ Karting Live spotting channel there. Tim kind of wants a caution right now. He kind of had the same thing for dinner that I had, so I know what he's going through right now, but I had some meatloaf, and I don't think the Pepto is working.
Something happened. Rick, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin went from the race lead to now 2.3 seconds behind Tyler Dugan. Something big happened to that 10 truck.
And I can tell you exactly what happened, Chris, on lap 167. He was racing hard with a 25 of Tyler Dugan. Got a little bit of loose, so he lost a lot of momentum there that allowed Dugan to do what he had to do, and now he is up front there. Able to hang on to that number 10, though. The Butcher doing what he has to do to try to catch back up, but that is why he has lost so much momentum. Chris just got a little sideways there. Was able to hang on, keep that truck going the right way. Do what he had to do. That's what we've been seeing a lot of with the old tires here tonight. Once these guys get these long green flag runs, those tires stay heated up. They're not able to cool off much at all. And these trucks getting really, really slick doing what they have to do.
30 laps to go. It's time to go. And Tyler Dugan has himself a lead, 2.8 seconds over Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Blake Decker running third, Brian McRae in the top 5 running fourth, and Brian Deese running in 5th spot. I paused for just a second because I saw Jamie Walker going around a couple of trucks at the same time. Walker is absolutely blazing out there right now on those fresh tires. The problem is he's being scored 2 laps down. He's got Ian Habiak, Ashton Slice, who are both 1 lap down ahead of him. But by a country mile, the 88, the fastest truck out on track by about 2 seconds, Rick.
Yeah, I watched him as he come down for his pit stop. Jamie Walker had a set of 4 tires still saved for this. And that's exactly what he's doing there. He was able to get around the 68 at Slice. Now he's going on the outside of the number 10. That's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Jamie Walker trying to work his way back up front. Like you said, that 88 Duke Crew truck is just very fast. Got the Skittles on the back. Doing what he has to do. He's got to go around 2 times, though, to get back on the lead lap or hope to be in the right spot at the right time when the caution comes out there to get the lucky dog. Right now, like you said, after Slice and Habiak, both trucks are 1 lap down, so he's got to get around those guys one more time to be able to take that over. We'll see what happens with the 88.
I'm going to throw a strategy out to you, Rick. We'll see how this goes.
Hopefully it's better than Tim's. I know he's in a bad predicament right now.
He is in a bad predicament. What if? This is a what if game. What if the top 10 trucks all have to come down pit road still? What if they can't make it?
Well, I think that's one thing that the 88 is actually banking on, Chris. Right now, sitting in 13th position is where he's at. 2 laps down. The first truck 2 laps down. He's also got the 3 Corey Sherman kind of in the same boat there. It's going to be interesting. The caution's out.
Caution out on track. It looks like it might be Derek Paulson in the 6. We're going to have to go back. We see him trying to get back out on track. We're going to go back one more time and take a peek. And there goes all that pit strategy, by the way.
Yep, right out the window. Now, I'm going to have to confirm this. I want to make sure that Paulson doesn't end up with a TRJ Karting sweatshirt for causing that caution.
Well, Paulson and Brian Deese were getting set to do battle. Paulson goes down to the inside. So far, so good for the 6 truck. Heavy damage to the front end already. He clears Brian Deese. Crosses the start-finish line. So it might be in the next lap that happens. I think it was on the front stretch. I saw him going through the grass. Actually, so far here, the 6 is looking good. So it's going to be interesting. My bet is he gets loose. My bet is he self-spins. Oh, there it goes. Yep, he broke loose on the rear, and around he goes.
That's something that we've seen a lot here tonight, Chris. I mean, with these old tires, that's exactly what happens. These trucks don't have a lot of weight in the rear end. Get these long green flag runs, and the fuel level goes down. So what little bit of weight that gives you, these drivers, goes away. And very, very slick. I mean, we talked about that too. I mean, that's one of the tricky spots on the track there. You know, if you get in the throttle saying it too much, that's exactly what's going to happen on those old tires. Either that or Tim placed a really big order for Dr. Squatch Soap, used Paulson's personal number, and Paulson's getting a TRJ Karting because executive sponsor privilege.
Well, I think Tim may have bought the soap, got the soap, threw it on the track, and that's what brought out the caution.
I can tell you that the Dr. Squatch soap lathers quite well. At least my skin, dare I say.
Well, bad news for Jamie Walker. He was the one that was not looking for a caution. Good news for Ian Habia, because he is going to get his lap back. That'll put 11 trucks on the lead lap. Derek Paulson looks to have pulled it in and pulled it on the hauler. He is done for the night.
And of course, folks out there on Turn 3 Racing Network land, of course, we're kidding. That caution was not brought out on purpose. We've been seeing that a lot tonight, though. I mean, tires, these guys doing what they have to do. I mean, there is a tire rule in effect. They only have a certain amount of tires that you can get. You can either get 2 or 4, but it doesn't matter. These trucks can only go up on the lift a certain number of times in the race. I think tonight is 3, if I'm not mistaken. So everybody trying to hang on, do what they have to do. The setup, we've heard from multiple drivers, it is very nice. Been working, but man, you get those old tires, you get that fuel level that goes down, man, and the rear end of these trucks just kick out on you.
I'm watching the scoring chart right now, and Ian Habiuk is on pit road. I thought he would have been the one to get the lucky dog, but perhaps not.
Baby mom's meatloaf is, you know, you gotta go.
Sometimes. He was on pit road for 15 seconds. He had a set of tires, is my thought. As did Ashton Slice. He was on pit road for 16 seconds.
Hey, we should have went down into the live spotting channel, Chris, because we could have probably heard Tim from the bathroom. Take the tires, boy. Take the tires. Bring me the Pepto. That's all I'm saying.
Caution 2 for incident so far tonight. Caution number 4 on the evening. Easy to remember tonight. There's been only less than a handful here. These guys have been racing very, very hard tonight. Charlotte putting on a hell of a show. And they line up 2 by 2. Pace car lights are off, and we are getting ready to go back under the green flag. It is confirmed Ian Habiuk still trapped 1 lap down. He is the first truck 1 lap down, though. And it looks like he had fresh tires put on based on his pit box time. Well, if this race hasn't been exciting enough, Turn 3 Racing Network invites you to sit around for the next 21 laps, because that's how many more we're going to have when they cross the start-finish line. This race has been anything but boring. It's been incredible to watch. We've had plenty of lead changes, plenty of excitement, a lot of cars skidding, as Rick said, through that infield line. Unfortunate for Paulson, he was not able to lock it down. He came back out on track sideways. That's enough for a yellow flag, and that's the caution we are serving right now, as the pace car gets ready to come down. Being told to watch out for that 92 Blake Decker. He is on new tires. Pace car drops down. Tyler Dugan hits the go pedal. We are going to go back under the green flag. The 10 trying to hold on. The 35, Brian McRae, trying to hold on to 3rd. Brian Deese sits in 4th. And 5th place belongs to Chris Williams. Tyler Dugan, Rick, just had a heartbreaker thing happen. He had a 2-second lead over Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. That caution gets rid of that lead. And now look at this. The 10 sliding underneath, trying to get by the race leader. Can't do it this time. Tyler Dugan holding on. The 92 Blake Decker on fresh tires, now down to the inside, and he is trying to march himself forward. He's got the 16. The TRJ Karting.com Toyota Tundra right behind him, and we are under caution once again. And that one, Rick, I did not catch.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to look here.
Just not sure what happened there. Well, regardless of what happened, we have another driver that's about to join the lead lap drivers. It's going to be the 16 of Ian Habiak. And I believe Habiak on fresh tires as well as the 92 of Blake Decker. Decker has worked his way up to 7th spot already, so those fresh tires definitely will help out. Tyler Dugan still going to be your race leader, with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin sitting in second. Brian McRae held on to third, and Brian Deese fourth, and Chris Williams rounding out the top 5. Jeff Hartline having a great night. He's sitting in 6th position with Blake Decker in 7th. Aaron Bockover running solidly in the top 10, 8th. Philip Walling sitting there in 9th place, and Ian Habiak heads around the 1.5-mile track to get his lap back. So now Tim can start to relax a little bit, as it looks like his strategy is starting to come to fruition, as this is only the 5th time the yellow flag has been dropped on the field.
I definitely cannot find exactly what caused that caution to come out, Chris.
Yeah, I searched for through the field, and it just wasn't coming up for me, so I'm really not sure. Well, we rack them up and get ready to break them again, because here we are under caution.
We got 17 laps to go, Chris. And one thing I just noticed, Ian Habiak on the number 16, sitting in 10th position, is on the lead lap again with those new tires.
Well, you just noticed it? I said it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been busy doing other things, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing jumping jacks. I moved my chair. I don't even need my chair anymore. These 16 laps that are going to be going, whew, they're going to be good. All right, Rick, we're lined back up 2 by 2. Tyler Dugan still going to be your race leader on his outside. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Brian McRae starting inside, 2nd row. Brian Deese outside, 2nd row. Starting on the inside, 3rd row, it's going to be Chris Williams and Jeff Hartline to his outside. Then it's the 92, Blake Decker,
who is outside the 44 of Aaron Bockover. Philip Walling sitting in 9th position. And in 10th, all the way back there, is the 16 of Ian Habiak. Just getting his lap back. We're going to have 15 laps to go. When we go back under the green flag, we're going to keep an eye on the 25. He's been getting really good restarts so far. Looks to try and continue that trend. The 10 drops back just a little bit to try and keep an eye on him a little bit better. That's how you can tell he's on monitors and not VR. A little bit of a wheel spin out of the 25, but not enough. And here comes Tyler Dugan, your race leader. And what a good restart it was. The inside line starting to move. And here comes Brian McRae. McRae taking over second spot from Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Brian McRae had a great restart, and it brought him to second. But now, up to speed, the 10 drops down to the inside. The Butcher looking to try and take second back away from teammate Brian McRae, and he has done it. And watch out behind them, because here comes the 92 Blake Decker looking for 4th. Restarted in 7th, now up to 4th spot is the 92, and he's on fresh tires and he is moving. Taking a look for the 16, it's Ian Habiak. He's up to 8th spot, the 88 following him through. The 44 in the way. The 16 being blocked now by the 44. The 44 moves up a lane. Now it's 3 wide on the front stretch. The 16 trying to take it 3 wide to 4 position. Into turn number 1, we're 3 wide. 13 laps to go. The 44 thinks better, gets it off the throttle. And the 16 moving up. Keeping an eye out on the 92. Those fresh tires doing a job. Blake Decker sitting in second spot. And now down below the 25, Blake Decker trying to steal one away here in Charlotte. Couldn't do it that time. Had to get off just a little bit. That gives 25 a little chance to breathe. But Blake Decker on those new tires is definitely coming. Ian Habiak has worked his way into the top 5. Now going around Brian McRae for 4th. The 16 on the freshest tires in the field, and he is making them count. Started in 2nd spot tonight. Fast truck all night long. Just hasn't had the ability to show it off. Saving those tires till the end with 11 laps to go. Can Ian Habiak capture a top 3? Habiak to the outside of the 10. Battle for the lead. Blake Decker in the 92 on the inside. The 25 can't do anything about it on the old tires, and we have a new race leader. It's Blake Decker. Tyler Dugan blinks out, and he is gone just like that. Tyler Dugan gone. Ian Habiak has taken over 2nd spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in 3rd. Habiak trying to use those fresh tires to get to the back door of Blake Decker. Ian has slightly fresher tires, Rick. We're talking about maybe 5 laps, but he is marching. Ian Habiak sitting in 2nd spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin sitting in 3rd. Tyler Dugan had a disconnect or something, because he is gone. Really too bad out of the 25 machine. Had one of the best trucks here tonight and not on service anymore, being shown 1 lap down. The 92 of Blake Decker, your race leader with 9 laps to go. Make it 8 when they cross the start-finish line. Ian Habiak has about a 0.35 second gap to try and catch the 92 of Decker. And right now, Tim must be jumping up and down, yelling. No need to spot on a computer. He is in the room, probably trying to wrestle the wheel away from Ian. Let him do it, Dad. Crossing the start-finish line one more time. 7 laps to go. the 16. Ian Habiak trying to catch Blake Decker. Loses a little bit of time on that lap. Gap 4/10 of a second at the start-finish line. Ian has to be able to make it back here. He has to race clean. Clean lines will help him out tremendously. He's losing a little time in the corners, making it up on the straightaways, but not this time. The gap now, 0.45. Make it 0.2 at the end of the straightaway. Ian Habiak is moving. He's got slightly fresher tires than Blake Decker. Now it comes down to racecraft. How well can you handle that truck? And Ian Habiak trying to show off right here that he is the man tonight. He started this one in second, currently in second. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin running in third. Brian McRae running fourth position. Jeff Hartline in the top 5. Aaron Bockover just outside in sixth spot. Ian Habiak trying to catch your race leader, Blake Decker. Decker putting the foot to the floor as hard as he can. The 16 starting to slip back just a little bit. Gap about 5/10 of a second right now. And these two trucks have pulled away from third place runner Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Setting up for the finish. 3 laps to go, 2.5 really, is the 92. Blake Decker trying to get it done. Woodside himself. That beautiful, beautiful paint job on that beautiful 92. Running in first place with 2 laps to go. Ian Habiak about 6/10 of a second behind, make it almost 7. Habiak starting to lose time now, big time. 8/10 of a second. The 92 reached down and hit his afterburners, and he is gone if he doesn't make a mistake. Blake Decker trying to win this one tonight. We've had a handful of cautions. 2 of them have been for the stage-ending cautions. 3 for cautions, all here in the third stage. And Blake Decker just takes the white flag, as does the rest of the field. Ian Habiak sitting in second spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trying to hold on to third. Blake Decker has less than a half a lap to go before he is the race winner. He has to come off from turn 4 smooth and clean, and he will win this race once he crosses the start-finish line. Your race leader and winner, the 92 of Blake Decker. Ian Habiak comes home second spot. And in third, it's going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Brian McRae crosses the line in fourth spot. Jeff Hartline in fifth. But again, your race leader and winner tonight going to be Blake Decker. Stunning finish to this one. Wicked race all around, guys. We're going to be right back. Going to take a break right after we see Blake start to burn it down. Here he goes. Great time to celebrate. What a great race this was, Rick.
It was definitely a good race, Chris. Right down to from the start to the finish, man. Outstanding. Congratulations, Blake Decker, Ian Habiak, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, first, second, third, and a huge congratulations to Aaron Bockover coming in sixth tonight there.
All right, guys, we're going to step away and get set up for the post-race interviews. We'll be right back. And we are back live, getting ready for some post-race interviews. We're going to start right up here with the driver of the number 10. That's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He was able to win a stage tonight and ends up bringing it home in third place. Taylor, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, bud. Listen, you had a good race. You were the fastest guy out there on old tires.
Yeah, except fresh tires got me again, but that's part of it. Good job, Blake and Ian, for trying this strategy. It takes a lot of guts and a lot of commitment and discipline to go with that strategy, knowing that if you don't get the right yellow at the right time, that it could backfire. But they got it at the right time, and they took advantage of it. It was a fun race between me and Tyler Dugan before that, though. Me and him had a little net code. I'm still surprised I saved that truck, but it was a good race up until whatever happened to him at the end. But lead a lot of laps, and with the 0x, I can deal with this a lot more than I can say what happened at Dover. I mean, if you know what I mean, because
yeah,
because at Dover, you know what happened there, but as far as just getting beat on strategy and speed at the end, I mean, I did all I could do. They played the strategy right, and congrats to them.
Yeah, it was a heck of a good race, and I know we asked you this question earlier, but you were driving the car, so we're going to ask you one more time. Anybody on that number 10 Dr. Squatch racing vehicle that you need to thank?
Yep, Brian, Kyle, Jacob, Derek Paulson, Ian, who is I guess, affiliated with us in a way, and Mark putting on the league, as well as Sam Baumgarten, Terry Foster, TRJ Karting for the sponsorship, Dr. Squatch for sponsoring my truck and my team, and you guys for putting on the broadcast, and our great fans that come out and support Turn 3 Racing Network. I mean, if it wasn't for them, wouldn't be much going on with us, but certainly hats off to everybody involved.
Absolutely. All right, bud, I'll let you get back with your crew so you can celebrate your third place finish.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
And that was the number 10, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, bringing it home in third spot. And Rick, I think you caught up with your second place finisher.
And that I did. That would be Ian Haybiuk. Tim and Ian Haybiuk, you got Rick Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Woo, man, what a heck of a race, man. Congratulations on coming in second. Tell us a little bit about your night.
Man, I don't know where I need to start first. I mean, it was at first I thought we were doing all right, and then that first stage I messed up completely because I battling with, I think, Ashton, I want to say, I don't know who it was, but battling with him for the first 10 laps, and that wore all my tires off that first stint. And so I think I was 13th at one point, and then I could never really recover, especially from the green flag, the pit stop that we did, and just on an 8-ball the whole entire time. And then whenever that first caution came out, that first real caution, lifesaver really, because that kind of brought me closer up to the front, with the new set of tires. And then that second caution came out when Ashton kind of disappeared. So I mean, all in all, I don't know how to put it, but I mean, pretty good.
It was our strategy for the night. We knew we were going to go 2 laps.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, you pretty much, I mean, first you're supposed to say, every morning I wake up and I pee excellence, but, we'll let that one pass, man. What an outstanding race. And, I mean, all season long, you have been pouring it on, man, and it is so awesome to see. You're so close. You're going to get there, man. Congratulations. That was just, it was awesome.
Yeah, man, I mean, I don't know, I'm not to that stage yet, not quite. But hopefully we'll get there soon. I mean, good job to Blake, because he ran an awesome race too. I mean, I just can't thank everybody, you guys, especially with the broadcasting, Mark and TRJ Karting, of course, chief in the background. You got, you guys, of course. I'm pretty sure I already said that. But you got Mark, you got Dalton, all those guys who put on the put on a great league for everyone.
Well, I couldn't agree more, buddy. Listen, congratulations. Bring this momentum with you throughout the week. I hope you have a good start to your week there and bring it to you next day. And we're going to see you up there. You're doing good, man. We're proud of you.
Yep, thank you guys.
You're welcome, bud.
And that was the driver of the number 16, Ian Habiak, bringing it home in second spot. And that means we've only got one more driver to talk to for tonight, Rick. And that is the driver of the 92, Blake Decker. Blake, this is Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I do.
Man, oh man, bud, what a race for you. You came down, got some fresh tires at the end, and man, that really launched you, huh?
Oh yeah, man, I'm still shaking from it. I'm just really excited. I really needed to play that strategy out to win a race to get into the playoffs. I knew I couldn't make it on points, so it was really all or nothing. I rode around here 100 laps on old tires, just hoping it would work out this way in the end. I get a late race caution, and it worked.
Well, I'll tell you, the 92, first of all, it's a great looking truck. We comment on that every week, but man, it was a lot of fun. That last restart, I think you were 7th, I believe, when you restarted.
Yeah.
And man, you could tell. You could absolutely tell who had fresh tires and who didn't, because you were just sticking everywhere you put it. Talk to me about those last few laps.
Yeah, I was just trying to be patient. I didn't want to run over anybody. It was really my race to lose at that point. It was me and Ian on fresh tires and just trying to put as many cars in between us before he could catch me. Just, I don't know, trying to find a happy medium between aggressive and patience.
Yeah, that's what it always comes down to. But anybody on that 92 that you need to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank my grandfather for getting me into racing. My girlfriend told her to watch, and just my parents and everybody. Mark for putting on these races. We have a blast out here. It's a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun watching tonight. Congratulations once again to the driver of the 92, Blake Decker.
Thank you.
And man, that was an incredible race, Rick. And you know, we got one guy we got to really talk to here, because you know he's kind of in charge of the competition around here, and I bet you we can hear the smile on him. Brian McRae. You have a copy.
Yeah, I do, and you're exactly right. I'm grinning from ear to ear tonight. It was a great race. Put on a good show tonight.
That was absolutely incredible. Mark, you ended up having 5 cautions, 2 of them for stage-ending cautions, 3 cautions all happening in the 3rd stage, which, you know, that's when guys are going for it, so you kind of expect to see that a little bit. But, man, what a race. And, hey, you had a pretty good finish, too.
Yeah, I was real happy. I mean, I think Blake and Ian with the tires again. That's such a risky maneuver to move, and I'm really proud of them for doing it. But would have had something otherwise. But I'm really happy with it. I was just trying to keep the fenders on it, keep the truck clean, and put on finish good for the team. So I was really happy with it.
All right, but any notes going into next week?
Just more the same. I think our drivers did a fantastic job tonight. There's a lot that you guys maybe don't see, on the broadcast, is if you listen to the radio. You guys may be listening to the radio chatter, but a lot of communication tonight, a lot of good communication. People giving direction, saying, hey, go high, hey, go low. I was really, really impressed with the communication and cooperation, and that's the reason why we put it. You saw a good race tonight. So great job, drivers.
That's perfect. That is exactly what I think, too. Great job by the drivers. Great job by the admin team. And that just about wraps it up once again here from the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you all very much for coming out on a Sunday night. No better way to start your week off than to watch the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals Truck Series. And, Rick, it was an excellent, excellent show.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, definitely did not disappoint tonight. And it was fabulous to watch, man. I mean, I'm sure the drivers, you heard Brian McRae, how happy he is as a competition director. And from all the drivers, man, they had a heck of a time here tonight. So I look forward to coming back here in a couple of weeks to the Roval. But until then, man, it was outstanding. These guys have a lot of things to be proud about tonight.
And that's going to do it right here from the Turn 3 Racing Network. Good night, everybody.